Peppermint Pals. So I have decided to go ahead and film this art journal. Originally I did not want to because there's some stuff way at the back that is kind of secret for now. It's part of a project I'm working on that have been for a while, kind of on and off, and I was going to wait till I was done with that. But I think that I'm just going to go ahead and flip through it anyway and just leave that part out. Another thing is, I might get a little emotional during this tour, because one, I was making this notebook and kind of in the process and immediately after it, a lot of stuff happened. You may have seen an older video where I mentioned my grandmother passed away, and then I also lost a friend at one point. I think it was immediately after finishing this notebook. So there's a lot of stuff in here that just it's kind of nostalgic and kind of pushing through that emotional state. So, but then there's a lot of fun stuff too. And so I was looking through it last night and wondering if I should share it or if I should not share it, and I think I ultimately decided to go ahead and give you kind of that view of everything that's in here. So, and I also apologize for these tripod legs here. I don't know, I couldn't quite get them all the way out of the chute, but hopefully they're not too distracting. So let's go ahead and go through this. So the first picture I have is kind of me designing an outfit for a music video. Basically it was for Timber by Pitbull, and it's kind of a long story, but basically going back to an old high school dance before the song was even out, but like just thinking about this outfit I wore that had this big twirly skirt, and kind of designing an outfit based on that. So I actually did 2 pages. So I like the top from the first one and the skirt from the second one. It was just kind of an outfit design. I don't think I ever planned to do anything with it, but it was fun. My dad occasionally will do some bird watching at our local, I don't want to say local park because it makes it sound like it's just like a little place with some picnic benches and a swing set. It's bigger than that. It's kind of like, imagine like a state park, but on a smaller scale for the county. It's kind of like that. And so he does some volunteering, and he'll go and he'll camp birds. So here's a mourning dove, a hairy woodpecker, and as you can see, the beautiful titmouse and the red-breasted bird did not sit still for me. So I'm not exactly sure what my project idea was here, but I think this was just sort of me initially sketching and thumbnailing for. And then you can see here is a bit more adding on to the idea. A more stylized tree would cause an effect, and they're kind of things in my life, and I've covered them up because some of them are pretty personal and telling and everything. And even though I wrote them in kind of a coded way, I guess, it still would, I just don't feel comfortable sharing them. But I have no idea what the project was originally, but I kind of like the idea, so I don't know, if I feel like it, I might do something like that again. This is actually, I want to say real old, but it's not actually real old. It's like early 2016, Aiko and BB-8, just a couple of my favorite droids. Here I was designing dresses for Aiko. But I guess I never really got around to, actually, I think what I was going to do is I was going to scan these in and then draw the dress over them, but I never really did that. But I really like her hair here. You know, I might just go ahead and do this one and do like an opaque color. No, I'm sorry, transparent like color on top for her hair and her skin, and I don't know. Just see how it looks. More drawing of animals that were at the nature center when I was there. Eastern box turtle, that's what it said. And then there's American toad and northern leopard frog. He must have been the one that sat still for me. Or maybe it was him and I just did really well. I think it must have been him. That little star, by the way, that means I really, really like this drawing. I was trying to bring back something from very old notebooks when I was a little kid. Well, not like a little kid, but like middle school. Where I would like give gold stars to drawings I really like and charcoal stars to drawings I really hated. And then at the end I would give like first, second, and third place black stars for the worst drawing and platinum stars for the best drawing. I don't know. I kind of tried to bring it back. Only the gold stars. Only the gold and platinum stars I tried to bring back, and I didn't get into that. But I don't know. It was kind of fun. I kind of miss it. I'm thumbnailing some ideas. This is actually a picture I did end up doing. It was a mixed media collage. And this one, too, I hope to show it to you someday when I tour the basement. It was part of my, I'm doing my kind of own 100 theme challenge off and on, and this was part of it. These are just some sketches of Casey Musgraves for another thing in my 100 theme challenge. This one I really like, but I'm like, I'm never going to be able to recreate that, so I might just take this and use it as the final piece. Kappa kind of guy. I don't know. I had some beeswax crayons. I still have them. I might do a piece with them. But I was like, I haven't used these in a while, so I tried to do something, and it was really ugly and stupid. Here's me sketching and some more ideas for a 100 theme challenge. This is me doing some more thumbnailing for my 100 theme challenge. I kind of forgot about it until I came back last night, and I was looking at this whole thing with dragon, and you've got the European dragon, which is like thought to be evil and a monster and all that. And then you've got the Eastern dragon, which, you know, are thought to be lucky and to be guardians and that kind of thing. And it's just this interesting clash of things. And so I was thinking, I mean, you can probably read this stuff like, oh, like the European dragon. Like here I'm getting personal, but yeah, I mean, this could be a very very representative, basically just like this could be a metaphor for my struggle with my anxiety and depression and just kind of, I don't know, the idea that I have this one dragon protecting me and this other dragon, like, you know, fighting me, and it's like, I don't know. I'm not describing it too well, but I love the idea. So I'm getting really excited. I might actually start working on that pretty soon. I think this is all part of the 100 theme challenge as well. I was coming up with ideas, different symbolisms for the seasons. This, more 100 theme challenge, I think it was Faith, which I really liked the final idea I got for that. So I think I will definitely hopefully be working on that soon. So this is probably where it's going to start getting a little emotional, if that whole dragon thing wasn't personal enough. But here's me drawing my friend's dog, which in of itself is not that emotional, but I was there. I was at her house and with her husband, who is my friend who I lost this past year. So yeah, I mean, this is taking me back to a happier time, and I'm sorry, you probably don't want to hear all my, like, you know, all my emotional struggles, but that's actually him. It's a really, really, really bad drawing of him, and I feel bad, but it is him, and that's her cat. Her back looks like a chicken, but her paws are cute. This was kind of like a scribble challenge. I quickly did some scribbles on this old, like, I found these old French, like, textbooks, in an old, art library, and I've been using them for, you know, for collage and stuff, and so I did some scribbles on a page of that. And then I made this girl, like, cartwheeling. Yes, the anatomy is terrible, but I think it's kind of cute. It's kind of fun. Excuse me for getting emotional, but, you know, my friend who who is now passed on, he said he really, really liked this. He said it was like, that's awesome. It really made me feel good. I love just the watercolor background. I don't know why, but I just love this on the paper, and that is my friend, my oldest friend since I was in first grade and she was in kindergarten, but we didn't really start hanging out until a year later. It's kind of a funny story. I didn't know her name, but I knew her brother's name. So, it was like Halloween after we had been like walking home together and hanging out, and it was like a really nice day out, like, I mean, it was nighttime and it was after dark, but it was like really warm. It was like 60 degrees, or maybe not that warm, but I mean, it was warm enough that you would sit outside, basically. And I saw them walking down the street after trick-or-treat, and I'm like, oh, there's so-and-so, her brother's name. And my mom's like, oh, and? So I'm not going to say their names because I don't know if they want their names online, but, and she's like, oh, and blah, 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 which was her name. And I'm like, oh, that's her name, and I never forgot it after that. But yeah, cute picture. Face doesn't really look like her, but I like the shading. We were just sitting outside, and I was like, I want to sketch you. And she's like, okay. This is back. They kind of jump around with time here. This is when I was back at my friend's house, you know, where I drew their dog and everything. And I said, will you draw me a scribble and I'll try and turn it into something? And so she's like, okay. And then she starts, like, doing this stuff, and her husband's like, stop doing so many loop-de-loops. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Because he's like, I hate it when people give me all those loop-de-loops. But I turned it into, like, a person with some hair and, like, a scarf. And I like it. I had a limited amount of supplies. Like, I think he was working on making a poster, and I just used the supplies from that. So, it's basically just Crayola marker. Which is, yeah, but it's cute. Her cat, was lying on the floor, with her paws like right next to a game controller, and I was like, that's adorable. It looks like the cat is playing video games, so I drew her cat playing video games. So this is a scribble challenge I did myself. So I got like a ghost coming out of a grave, but I don't think it's very good, so. This is my character, who I can never seem to get right whenever I draw him. His design has changed, but I still can't get him right. One day I will. Probably saw this one in a recent vlog. That is, of course, my friend and her cat. And as mermaids, it was a Mer Monday. My friend and I went out to like this little Japanese breakfast cafe, and there was this woman there with her dog, and it looked like the perfect little cafe scene, and I tried to redraw it. Actually, I think this was like all a concept kind of sketch for a watercolor painting I was going to do, so I might do that later. This is my character. Her design's pretty close to the same. I was trying a new style, but it didn't actually happen. It's just my same old style. It's kind of hard to explain. Yeah, I mean, not much about her is different. Even back then, she had lighter skin. It's really hard for me to find a right skin tone. I swear, I have pretty good light skin tones, pretty good dark skin tones, but I can never find a good middle skin tone. Swear to God, there's going to be a vlog one day where I just like, let's go buy a bunch of skin tones, and hopefully I can find one that works for every single character I want to make. Oh, this is when I went to beach house with my friends. Yeah, this is me getting emotional again. Happier times and all that. This is just me writing down what I had in my bag, in my pencil case, so I could remember it for later. Drawing my foot for some reason. A mermaid and an octopus queen, like Ariel and Ursula, I don't know. There's my friend's dog again. And I really wish... See, I thought her collar was so cute, and the pink looked really good against her black fur. And she also had this harness, and I wish I just left out the harness and had the black and the... Like, even though this is pink too, it doesn't have the effect I wanted. I wanted to just kind of be the collar against the fur. This was also why we were at the cabin. I just drew a ladybug. I thought it was really cute. Not much to say about it, I guess. I really like it. Okay, this was actually, I was going to put Chat Noir here, but that never ended up happening, and basically, emotional time, you know, after when my grandma was starting to go downhill and everything, I started, this page was going to be dedicated to, like, just some memories of her, but I only ever got one in. I was just thinking about, like, when we'd go to her house for family holidays and stuff, and we would have chocolate ice cream for dessert in these fancy bowls. They actually weren't that fancy, but they had these pretty designs on them. Drawing with Waffles had a contest to draw yourself either as a person or a waffle. So I drew myself as a waffle, and I think it's super, super cute. I didn't win, but I do really, really like this design with like the whipped cream hair and the strawberries. And it's primarily lineless, which I also really like about it. Like there and with the squares. This was just me. I had, in my bag, I had a pink highlighter and I had a thin red pen. I was trying to decide which one to do for Ladybug, and I am glad I went with what I did, because I think I could really get in some, like, gradation there and everything. And then I started drawing people at the beach. More sketches of people at the beach. Some little kids that didn't come out very... I mean, these were all pretty much gesture drawings. Here's me sketching from the dock. I believe this was from the dock. Which was kind of near the cabin where we were. This was supposed to be a boat on the distance. That's another boat. Sketching a boat that was tied up at the dock. Not the best perspective, but I tried. More sketches from vacation. I think that was a little dog that was running out on the dock with his owner. This was supposed to be me, more me, except her, of course. So basically I was trying to do something for Mer Monday, and because I had a little mermaid like bathing suit and I wanted to draw myself in it, but didn't actually do that. There's a little chibi me, and in the bathing suit, and there's my sunburn. I put on sunscreen, but I still got burned. Ain't that just the way? And so I ended up drawing her, which I'm not sure why I never like uploaded anywhere. I think she's cute. She's a little highlighter mermaid. These are just some characters of mine. So this is old. This is going back to like the second or third drawing on my channel, which is that garnet picture. So yeah, and then this is my character. I always make the white part of her hair too high up. I want it to go down farther. I was just waiting for some stuff to print, and I started doodling these roses. That one's good. And, you know, I didn't even mean to do, I was just kind of doodling, and it came out with this beautiful rose. And then I kept trying to recreate it, and it didn't happen. That one's not bad. But. These were all ideas for videos for my art channel. This was a drawing I did to test filming with my phone when I was starting my channel. I have literally no idea what that is. I don't know what this is. This is basically how I would draw in 3rd grade, but it's a bit inaccurate because her arm should probably stop right there if it was how I drew in 3rd grade. It's too good for 3rd grade! Here you see, even I say, her hair needs more white. Yeah, it needs to go down further, like the pink and the navy are just the tip. There was just me getting some ideas for the draw with waffles contest. Speaking of which, I was watching a lot of her Sketchbook Tour videos, so you might see some of her influence in the next few pages, like this block of color behind this character, which I did just with pen. And I really like her design. I might bring her back. Some highlighter aliens. Steven reminded me to reschedule my appointment. And, yeah, just some cute little Steven drawings. I wanted to design outfits for him, but I ended up drawing outfits from the show. This is with those neon colored pencils. I never finished that one. Lapis and Sadie. I think they're so cute. I wish they were real, like a real couple. I mean, you know, in the show. I really like this lapis. I don't know why I never finished it. This was me testing out, like, just like for the first time testing out a camera for recording. So I just drew Pearl. It's not a very good drawing of her. I don't know why I don't, you know. Have I ever drawn her? I've like drawn her once, but it's never shown up on this channel. Too bad. Because I really like her. This is me with my Pokemon team, working out kind of a Pokemon team design. This is my old channel icon, which I might go back to because I haven't really used the Peppermint Kitty all that much. I mean, I might not go back to this one, but I might change my icon again soon. I don't know, I like just woke up from like a nap or something and I had to draw these twin boys, Johnny and Casper. As you can see, I never drew them, but if you know my little mermaid babies that are on my Instagram, they're kind of Johnny and Casper kind of, no, they were kind of based off of them. FYI, I think I changed it to Joey and Casper. And then here I say I have burnt myself out on art, so I was going to take a break. This is when I was watching my brother's ferrets. That's my dad. It's okay, but his nose needs to be bigger. Yeah, I was watching my brother's ferrets while he and his wife were on vacation. And this is their ferret, Zoe, who's sleepy, and she looks like a sock puppet. And this says, not a shrimp, or dead, is Moxie, all curled up. She's all curled up and comfy. Oh, I was reading this really cute manga about, like, this bunny and her friends. It's something Clover. And the main character is Clover, and I wanted to draw her and her friends. They're supposed to be little kids. He doesn't look like a little kid. But, I never finished it. Which is too bad, because, I don't know. I think it's a cute idea. Maybe I'll finish it another time. You know, I say that in all these art tours. I'm like, all these art book tours. I'm like, maybe I'll finish that. And then I never do. Was originally going to be my channel icon, but I didn't like it. I like that, first of all, I like that this became round, and second of all, that's too many lines in the middle. More Lapis and Sadie. Putting water over it to try and keep the pencil from smudging, which was just a dumb idea that I heard somewhere. But they're being cute. I got some Blick markers, and I was trying them out on here. So here's more of me trying it out. Some lapis, some peridot. I really like that peridot. My OCs, and just a cute girl with really, really awesome hair. This was like the first video I ever did. This is a sketch for the second part of it. So this is, you can see I wrote down the video, TEDx Hull, Gramshaw, why people believe that they can't draw and how to prove that they can. And it was just him showing how to make some cute little doodle people, and it was fun. This was me trying to work out that Pokemon trainer avatar. Lapis and Sadie Hogwarts AU. So we've got know, I used to think Sadie'd be a Hufflepuff. I'm not so sure anymore. I think maybe she's Gryffindor. And her girlfriend. I always love, whenever I do this, whenever I make characters who like have unnatural colored hair, and I keep that unnatural color into like their human form, I always love showing the roots. I don't know why. So there's a human lapis, in Slytherin, and then this is like their Yule Ball dresses. It's really cute. I really like her dress. This was me coming up with fall illustration. That was one of my videos. Doodle for a character based on my favorite cake. It was like a prompt from like Tumblr weekly prompts. So my favorite cake is lemon pound cake with whipped cream and strawberries. So this is kind of the idea. I can probably link to the final picture or maybe overlay it here. Procrastination doodles. Oh, this was me trying to cast a Patronus, which is a frog. This was the Schuyler Sisters doodle. I was kind of embarrassed about this for a long time. I don't know what gave me the idea, but I had this like idea of like Gilmore Girls like royalty IU, and it never actually came to fruition, and I don't remember where I got it from. But I want to show you this because Jesus Christ made the best Rory head slash hair, and I didn't even try. It's just a sketch, and look. See if I can get it in focus. It looks like her so much. Ah, it's perfect. It said draw something here, so I did. I was playing around with some pastels. I don't know why, but I always like drawing like just sort of whatever guys drinking bubble tea. I did actually do that for a Hugh Lumber. And this is me starting to make one. I think this is more... This is thumbnailing for something, but I don't remember what. Oh, this was my drawing with my feet. This is a rock star. A vampire. A fairy, who I also colored. And a bank robber. You can see this is his bag of money. I was watching a video, Mark Criley. Good creative work, do's and don'ts. Kind of something I need to, you know, remind myself to look back at. Some more OCs, from the same, like, universe where that girl with the hair, you know, the hair that I always make her. So, this is that girl's roommate. That is basically, she is her girlfriend. She's a werewolf, she's a vampire, she's a secret. I said this is the ugliest Growlithe, and looking at it now, I'm like, okay, I guess it's not the best, but, you know, I'm sure there are uglier ones out there. Maybe it's just because I really like Growlithe and I wanted to do him justice. But basically, I had a random number generator, and I put in, like, 1 to whatever number of Pokemon we were up to, and then drew the number that came up. But I hate... This one got too big. Also, I don't like that fish. That Pokemon, that is ugly. Mannequins for some reason. I think this was when I was trying to work out ideas for commissions and the different tiers, and this was like a sketch tier. Eh. By the way, I still don't do commissions. I want to, kind of. But time and everything. I don't know. This is some Ice Queen. This is just when I was, this is when I was, in my grandma's room at the nursing home. And, yeah, I'm getting emotional again. But it was really hot in there. I was like, I'm going to draw something icy. Giving myself some ideas for February.
Hey, before we get to the end of this video, I just wanted to let you all know that I now have a Redbubble shop with my original designs. You can get all kinds of apparel and decorations and things for your home. It's growing a bit by bit every day, so it would really mean a lot to me if you check it out. Thanks, and now on to the rest of the video.
Yeah, just some more pastel girls. I really like drawing the pastels. Trying to learn how to draw dogs. No idea what that was. I'm gonna skip those pages. Oh, and there's that character. Errol character page, which I never completed. I'll probably do it in my smaller notebook. But, yeah, he's the character that I can never draw. And so the rest of this is all secret stuff. But I want to show you something. Okay, now everybody don't make fun of me, because I was not the only person who was wrong. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen the Steven Universe episode, A Single Pale Rose, you should probably click off now, because it isn't too spoilery, but it might be a little bit spoilery. This is the script for my pink pearl drawing, which I still really like my design, and I still think she's really cute, and I still stand by that. I don't know. I think Rebecca Sugar was trying to fake us out. This makes way more sense. But, yeah. I just think it's funny, given the timing and everything. Again, like, don't be too hard on me. Anyways, I just thought that was funny. Alright. So that's it for this notebook. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys all another time. Bye.